अब बात करते हैं आज की सबसे बड़ी खबरों में से एक। इन्फोसिस का एंथ्रोपिक के साथ कोलैबोरेशन पूरे आईटी सेक्टर स्पेस में जोश बढ़ रहा है। लेकिन इसी के साथ आप देखें तो इन्फोसिस का आज एआई डे भी है, जिसमें कंपनी अपने एआई के रोड मैप को आगे रखेगी। और क्या चल रहा है खास, सीधे चलते हैं और इन्फोसिस की तरफ रुख करते हैं, देखते हैं क्या हाईलाइट्स निकल कर आ रही हैं, क्या कोलैबोरेशन का फायदा होगा। चलिए सुनते हैं।
And businesses have to change, the customer journeys have to change, all those things have to change. It's a huge challenge for talent. Talent will have to deal with a world where writing code will not be the goal. It will be actually making AI work, orchestration, and those kind of things. So the jobs will change. And operating model, how do we make this at scale? How do you get a firm with hundreds of employees to change all the things and make it work? And of course, our mental models have to change because we worked, technology was always deterministic. You said A plus B equal to C. So no matter how many times you said A plus B, the answer was C. In this AI world, every time you give a prompt, you'll probably get a different answer. And therefore, how do you deal with this non-deterministic world? But how do you make sure what you build has the robustness, reliability, and resilience of the deterministic world? That's what the challenge is for everybody. So this is a fundamental root and branch surgery of the way business is done, which is why this technology transition is so dramatically different from anything else that we have seen. Now, one clear learning we have is modernization of legacy systems cannot be deferred anymore. What happened over the last 60, 70 years is people would not replace the legacy systems, they just added to it. So if you go and look under the hood of a large enterprise, they will have mainframes from 1960, they'll have mini computers from 1980, they'll have LAN from 2000, they'll have all kinds of things, and all coexisting in silos. That is over. If you really want a firm to take advantage of AI, you have to fundamentally clean this up. So this is a massive, massive cleanup job which everybody is dealing with. There are reasons for that. One is the financial drain. Many large companies are spending 60 to 80% of their IT spend on maintaining systems. There's no business value out of that. They want to go from 60% or 70% maintenance and 30% new systems to 30% or 40% maintenance and 60, 70% new systems. They want to flip the way they spend money, but they can't do that with that fundamental cleanup they need. Moreover, many of these systems were designed in an era before you could have online attacks and so on. So security breaches, which you see every day, are just going up everywhere, and there are more state and non-state actors who are getting better at it using AI. So security is a huge problem for everyone. We have seen so many cases in the last few months. And because the data is all in silos, you can't even innovate fast. You don't have to be. So there are fundamental structural issues today we have. So demand side is absolutely demanding modernization. But the good news is, for the first time, because of AI, we have the tools now to do modernization fast and very quickly, and at a much more economic way. So we have a huge demand, and we have the ability now to do it, and perhaps our team will talk about that. So fundamentally, accumulated tech debt over decades must be paid. You have no longer.
ऑल राइट, तो ये सुना हमने एआई का रोड मैप इन्फोसिस की तरफ से क्या देखने को मिलता है, और जितनी भी बारीकियां इसमें निकल कर आ रही हैं प्रेजेंटेशन में, आप अपनी टिकर जो फ्लैश चल रहा है इस पर लगातार लाइव देखते जा रहे हैं, वो भी हिंदी में पढ़ पा रहे हैं, तो आप बने रहेंगे। चलिए